morning. This morning we are going to work towards Kamakrasana or wilding, and depending on how your body's feeling, it can actually be a really nice transition to Urdhva or upward facing bow pose or wheel. So I'm not sure how my body is going to react. I don't know if I'll get there or not. I will give you the option though to eventually move there if that works for you. But what we'll start in today is just a regular child's pose. So meet me on your mat. Sinking the hips back over the heels, reach the arms forward and allow the forehead to just fall heavy. Maybe take a moment to rock the forehead from side to side, or wag the tail, just pulling the hips back in one direction and then the other. And always using these few moments at the beginning of class to transition from wherever you were just a few moments ago to this place of stillness and quiet on your mat. Focusing in on the breath and trying to breathe into the entire back body. So you can actually feel the rib cage expand and you can feel the back get wider as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, you release and everything comes back to normal. Stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe you start to tent the fingertips, find a little bit more length through the side bodies. What we're going to do here is gently draw ourselves forward, lowering all the way down to the belly. Take a nice gentle stretch. Take that right arm to you can either have it straight out or to a 90-degree bend. I'm just going to roll over onto that right hip. Trying to let go of any tension here. So not really pressing a ton into this right hand. It's kind of letting the arm fall heavy. You'll notice a difference though if you do press the hand down into the mat. It turns a lot more energy and activation in through the body if that feels better to you, depending on how awake you are this morning, what time you're doing this class. It may make a big difference. My body's obviously pretty tight. I just woke up about a half hour ago. Gently release. Come back in through center and just switch sides. So if you want less sensation, the arm goes completely straight. For a little more sensation, you take that bend. And again, just kind of maybe notice the difference of just allowing that left arm to just be heavy into the mat versus maybe pressing into the left palm and the left forearm, kind of grounding down into the mat. gently release. Finding our Sphinx pose, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders, drawing your heart forward, pressing into the tops of the feet. And this is our first back bend of the class. So you'll notice you're already opening up the front of the body. Act as if you're going to zombie drag yourself towards the front of the room. So you've got your activation into your palms, and you're starting to try and slide your elbows closer towards your rib cage. Not going to move, but just feeling that sensation as the top of the feet press into the ground. Release down. Hands come on either side of the torso. Press the hips back. Find your tabletop position. Take a moment to just roll things out. You can do a few cat-cows. You know me, I always like to get in some of those gentle wrist exercises before I put any weight on my hands, so if those feel good to you. But really, this is just that time of class where you just get to move around organically in whatever way feels good to your body to just kind of help wake things up a little bit. Now whenever you're ready, you find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And even here, maybe taking a little bit more movement, a deep bend in one knee and then the other, pedaling into the feet. Let's even take a gentle calf stretch. So leave the left foot grounded and just wrap the right foot behind the left ankle. Continue to press into the hands. You can still have a nice gentle bend in that left knee, but the weight of the right leg is just helping that heel draw down towards the ground. No tension through the neck, the head's just falling heavy. And we switch sides. And right foot stays onto the mat. Left foot wraps behind, deep bend in that right knee as the right heel just falls a little bit heavier towards the earth. And release. Take another inhale. And another exhale. Tiptoe the feet all the way to the top of the mat. When you get there, release into the heels, gently roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way up to your Tadasana mountain pose. Maybe a big circle with the shoulders forward and back. Take an inhale. And release. Breathe in, rejuvenated. Exhale all the way to the mat. Maybe grab opposite elbows for a moment. Again, that gentle bend in the knees. Lengthen through the side bodies here, so really reaching the elbows down towards the mat. Maybe even little side-to-side movements here. And release. Again, press into the heels and slowly roll up all the way. Again, one more big shoulder circle forward and back. Finding Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Root down through the heels. Lengthen through the side bodies. Draw your belly button to your spine. Take another inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, Phalakasana, plank pose. Reach through the crown and through the heels. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the knees, lower all the way down to the mat. Take your cobra pose here, draw the elbows and shoulders back, press into the palms, lean with your heart. Exhale, lower. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches high. Exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb, back foot pivots down, 45-degree angle, sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into the legs for a moment. Your hips aren't going to likely come completely square here towards the front of the mat. But that's the action that you're reaching for. So trying to pull that right thigh bone in as you press through the pinky side of that back foot, but also making sure to ground that back toe mound of the big toe. Take another breath in and out. Release the hands. Sweep the right foot all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg reaches. Exhale, step the left foot to the left thumb. Back foot pivots 45 degrees. Sweep the arms, Virabhadrasana 1. Same thing, just kind of feeling into your posture here the first round through. Strong into that left foot. Right leg is active as well. Hips are working towards the front of the mat. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Left leg sweeps up and back. Inhale, rise high onto your toes. Bend your knees. Exhale to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Sweeping from the bottom up, breathe in, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay for 2. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And exhale, release, Tadasana, mountain pose. Full inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, sink, Utkatasana, again, 2 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift of your heart. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. And this time maybe stand on the toes. Draw your shoulders forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Breathe in, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, tailbone to the sky. Right leg reaches back. Exhale, right foot to right thumb, back foot pivots 45 degrees. Sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into it. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Sweep the right foot up and back. Switching sides, left leg reach. Step left foot to left thumb. Back foot pivots. Sweep the arms up, 2 breaths. Another inhale. And exhale, release. Left leg up and back. Rise high onto your toes. And bend your knees. Exhale to the front. Inhale, halfway lift of your heart. Exhale. Sweep from the bottom, breathe in, Utkatasana, chair pose. One more inhale. Exhale, release, Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Vinyasa through. Maybe hang out in your upward facing dog for a moment, thinking of that same action in your Sphinx pose. As you draw your hands closer to your hips, they don't actually move, but that's the energy you're looking for. Keeping strength in the legs to protect the low back, press into the tops of the feet. Send it up and back. Downward facing dog, full inhale. And exhale, right leg reaches back. Exhale, take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Going to find kind of this lizard prep pose and draw your heart forward. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Squeeze the right knee into the right shoulder. I want you to be searching for length down the front of the left side. So you're going to feel this openness through the front of the left hip. Send the hips back. Maybe step that back foot in an inch or two. We're going to fall forward over this front leg, finding your pyramid pose. Play around with the height of that back foot. Maybe you rise super high onto the ball of the foot, and that gives you a little bit more space. Maybe you sink in a little bit more towards that right heel. You just feel the difference of the stretch. That back foot's going to parallel back to your warrior one stance, and you sweep the arms all the way up, Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up through the arms, feel grounding in that right foot. And again, that entire left foot is grounded, but you are pressing into the pinky toe side. Release the hands behind you, right thumb goes on top. Open through the heart. Squeeze the arms together, humble warrior. So we're not just collapsing heavy here. The legs are still really, really active. Knuckles are reaching towards the ceiling. Take one more breath in. And release. Hands come down inside of that right foot. Roll onto the ball of the left. Step the right foot back. And vinyasa through. And breathing in. And breathing out. Right leg reaches back. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hands. And come into your somewhat supported lizard pose here. So again, you're drawing the chest forward, looking for length down that right side. You can stay on the ball of the back foot, or you can lower the knee down. Straighten through both legs, find your pyramid pose. Again, play around with the positioning of the feet. Come really high onto the ball of that back foot. Maybe sink the heel a little bit more. Maybe even the left toes come off the ground. Plant the left foot down, pivot the back foot. Sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Strong and active through the legs. Release the hands behind you, left thumb goes on top. Squeeze the triceps together. Open through the chest as much as possible before falling forward for your humble warrior. Release the hands. Send the left foot back behind you. Vinyasa through. Full breath in and out. Rise high onto your toes. Bend your knees. Exhale to the front. Halfway lift and release. Root down through the feet. Sweep the arms. Utkatasana, chair pose. 2, feel the energy and warmth in the legs, the engagement in the core. Release. Roll out the shoulders forward and back. Standing tall. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose 2. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high to low. Full round of breath in and out. Right foot reaches. Exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Coming through this again, just finding a little bit more space here. So continue to draw the heart forward, activate into the legs. Find length through the front body, but also through the back. So they're reaching the crown forward. You're not scrunching up the back of the neck. You've got this long line as you broaden through your chest. Send the hips up and back. Find your pyramid pose. Maybe you step that back foot in an inch or two. Make any adjustments in the feet that you need. Again, play around with the positioning and the height of that back foot. Just trying to open up more through the front of this right leg. Hands come onto the inside, back foot pivots down, sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Release the hands, right thumb on top, open through the chest, fall forward, humble warrior. Release the hands, sweep all the way back up, and open up, find your warrior 2. Reach through the fingertips, energy into the lower body. So we've got this strong feeling of grounding, even while the upper body finds this length as we lengthen through the crown as the spine gets longer. Flip the front palm, take your reverse. Exhale, cartwheel hands all the way down. Step that right foot back and vinyasa through. Left leg reaches high. Left foot outside of left fingers. Again, find length through front and back body here. Find length into the front of that right hip. Send the hips back. Find your pyramid pose. Again, play around with the height of that back foot, looking for as much opening through the front of that left leg as you can. Or that left leg, I'm sorry, the front leg. Just finding stretch and length. That back foot pivots 45-degree angle, sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. And each round through, the body just starts to feel a little bit more comfortable in those postures, allowing you to, again, challenge yourself maybe a little bit more. Release the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, left thumb on top, humble warrior. Release the arms, sweep all the way up. Virabhadrasana 2, adjust your feet. Reach through the arms. Active fingertips as they reach in opposite directions. Lower body remains grounded as the spine remains long. Flip the front palm, take your reverse. And cartwheel the hands all the way down. Step that left foot back, vinyasa through. Downward facing dog.
Inhale, draw forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, release all the way down to the mat. Take a wide arm cobra, so bring the hands out to the side, elbows point up to the ceilings, tent the fingers, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears, lift through the heart. Exhale, lower. We'll do 2 more like that. And breathe in, lift. And release. 1 more, inhale. And this time as you exhale, lower your right shoulder down towards the mat, but sweep it all the way. Bring your left shoulder and lift. So we'll do 2 circles to the right. And come back the other way, your left shoulder leads. One more. Find yourself at center and release. Hands come on either side, send your hips back. Take your child's pose. For a moment, just drop your head, rock your forehead side to side. Drawing forward, finding yourself onto the center of your mat, we're going to take dolphin pose. So if dolphin is not for you, you can always keep your knees grounded. If you prefer, you can even bring your hands together at center. I find this gives me a little bit more space in my shoulders. It's up to you. You can keep your hands flat and grounded. We'll take 2, so we can maybe do 1 of each. Start with the hands flat first if you would like. Keep the elbows underneath the shoulders. You're going to draw the belly in. Find almost like your cat back here. Just allow your head to fall heavy. If you want more, you tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. And then try to open through those shoulders. So now your shoulders are going to be behind your elbows. That's going to be totally okay. You'll notice if you're pitched more forward, it's a ton of energy in the upper body. See if you can slowly work into the openings of the shoulders, of the chest, to press yourself thinking just your downward facing dog. The head just falls heavy. The hips reach up and back. That belly button is still pulling into the spine, so you've got this strong engagement in your core. There can be as deep of a bend in your knees as you would like. Again, no tension in the neck. No tension in the face. Release the jaw. Think about pressing into the hands to press the ground away. Stay for 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, just take a deep bend in your knees. Release. Maybe extend your hands down by your sides. This is a great way to work into finding some more flexibility in your shoulders, because it also takes a ton of strength. So you're pressing into the ground, everything is active, but it also just gives you that opportunity to open up a little bit more. We'll take 1 more. And this time I am going to bring my palms together. Again, the elbows are still underneath the shoulders in the sense of their width. So you don't want the elbows to be out wide, but directly underneath your shoulders. And then as you press back, you'll start to find more of that down dog formation. So press into your hands. Pull your belly in. Think of your exaggerated cat back. Tuck your toes. If you want more, lift your hips up and back. And again, I find that this way gives me so much more range of motion with my shoulders. Allows me to press my hands together and then into the ground to find more length and lift through the shoulders. And drawing the belly button in. As deep of a bend in the knees as you would like. This can also be tough for tight hamstrings. So again, that bend in the knees can really come into play. Take another inhale. And another exhale, gently release. Untap the toes. Arms go back one more time. Rock the forehead. Now whenever you're ready, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Round of breath in and out. Inhale, rise high onto your toes, bend your knees. Exhale to the front. Inhale, lifting halfway. And exhale. Root down through the feet, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Big roll of the shoulders one way and then the other. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Vinyasa through. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, extend that right leg back. Exhale, draw forward, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Draw the heart forward, finding this length. One more time here. So hands are firm. Back of the neck is long. Heart is open. Roll onto the blade of that back foot and walk that right foot slowly halfway down your mat. Reach that left arm or right arm overhead. Get long through the right side body. Think about a side plank on that left side so that left elbow is got a little bend and it's sort of wrapping so that you're strong in that left arm. And then as you release, sink the hips all the way down to the ground. That right leg, or that right arm is reaching back in line with that left leg. Take a full inhale, press into the right foot, reach all the way over. Exhale, release. Two more. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale. And exhale, lower. Breathe in, reach all the way. Find the ball of that right foot. Plant the right hand. Step the right foot up and back. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, just switching sides. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Draw the heart forward. Lengthen through front and back body. Continue to feel the openness through the front of the right hip. Walk that left foot down your mat slightly. Roll onto the ball or the blade of the back foot. Sweep that left arm overhead. Reach. Again, wrap that right arm so that you're strong. Think side plank on the right side. And then release the hips all the way down. Inhale, reach, extend overhead. Exhale, lower. Two more, breathe in, extend. Exhale, release. One more. And lower. This last time, just reaching overhead, finding that space, coming onto the ball of the left. Plant the left hand. Step the left foot up and back. Inhale, draw forward, Phalakasana, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Release your hands back by your side. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, find length. Reach through the crown. Reach through the toes. Draw the triceps towards one another. Lengthen through front and back body. Release. Hands down on either side of the body. Tuck the toes, lifting all the way up to plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, press the ground away. Send it up and back. Breathing in and out. Right leg reaches. Exhale. Draw forward your right knee to your right tricep. Exhale, send it back. Breathe in. Exhale, crossing over, this time to left tricep. Send it back. One more round on each side. Draw forward, right knee, right elbow. And lengthen. Draw forward, right knee, left elbow. Come onto the full left foot. See if you can rise that left arm overhead. So similar to where we just were, but slightly different, a ton more activation. Keep that right knee tucked into your chest. Extend through the left side. Take an inhale. And an exhale, plant the left hand. Plant the right foot. Sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Release the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Right thumb on top, open through the chest. Fall forward, warrior, humble warrior. Release arms all the way overhead. Open up, warrior 2. Flip that front palm, take your reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Step the right foot back. Vinyasa through. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Send it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Release. One more round on each. Draw forward. This time we stay. Find that right foot grounded. See if you can reach that right arm overhead. See if you can keep this left knee into your body. If you need to press the foot down, extend the leg out. It does not matter, but just try to find strength through the entire body. Release. Left foot outside, left hand, back foot pivots. 45 degrees, sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Interlace the hands behind you, left thumb on top. Open the chest, humble warrior. Release, arms all the way overhead. Opening, find warrior 2. Flip the front palm, take your reverse. Exhale, all the way down. Step the left foot back. We lower all the way to the mat. Finding a second round of Shalabhasana. If you want to take the bind in the hands, you can. Or you can just leave the arms by your sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, lift. Front and back body are long. Everything is active. Release. Maybe take a bend in the knees. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Release the legs long. Hands on either side. Press the hips back over the heels. Take your child's pose. Tuck your toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg reaches back. Exhale, draw forward that right knee to that right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, pull it in. One more, breathe in. Exhale, pull in, roll onto the ball or the blade of that back foot. You're going to step that right foot behind you, reach the right arm up and back. Find your Kamakrasana. Look to the ground, plant the right hand, draw the right knee, right elbow, send it all the way back, downward facing dog. Squaring off. Inhale. And exhale. Left leg reaches. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Breathe in and reach. Exhale, draw it in. One more, inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Roll onto the right foot. Step that back foot behind you. Left foot reaches. Left arm reaches overhead. And as you can see here, if wheel is part of your practice, it's a fairly easy transition to get all the way there. Take the gaze back to the mat. Send the hips up and back. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Inhale, rise high. Bend your knees. Exhale to the front. Breathe in halfway. And exhale. Root down through the feet. Sweep the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Big shoulder circles. One direction and then the other. Fingertips reach down by your sides. A gentle bend in your knees, feeling connected to the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Vinyasa through or straight to your down dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. We'll come into it one more time on each side. Just to give your body one more opportunity to be there. We've opened up everything that we need to get there. So breathe in, right leg reaches high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Just one more, breathe in. Exhale, draw it in. Back foot plants. Step that right foot over. Reach the right arm long. Release the right hand back to the mat. Right leg up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Left leg. Left knee, left elbow. One more. Draw it in. Plant the right foot down. Step the back foot. Send the hips up. Release the left hand to the ground. Take an inhale and an exhale. Just working our way down to our backs. So maybe tiptoe your feet all the way to the top, deep bend in the knees. Send your hips all the way to the ground. Release the arms and roll one vertebrae at a time. Knees into the chest. rock and roll from side to side. The idea of another back bend is kind of enticing me here, so we'll take one more. You can take your bridge pose, or if wheel is something that you do practice, again, your body should be prepared for it. So it's up to you if you want to take it. If you want to take your bridge pose, you can slowly build yourself there. Even just take a supported bridge with the block underneath your hips. If you'd like to work your way into wheel pose, hands come up by your shoulders. Lowering back down to the earth wherever you were. Bringing your legs up to 90 degrees. And just pressing your hands into your thighs as you bring your thighs back into your hands. Working on lengthening the spine. Lengthening the tailbone towards the front of the room. And then extending arms and legs all the way up towards the ceiling, rolling out at ankles and wrists. Maybe taking a happy baby. Hands come onto the outside of the feet, elbows come onto the insides of the knees. Gently rock side to side. Release the knees into the chest. Take one twist here. Open up the arms to a T. And we'll lower the knees over towards the right. And then grab a block. Place mine in between. Let's find a little bit more structure in this twist. So the knees come over to the right. Knees stay stacked. Open up that left arm like a book. Releasing out of the twist. Knees come up through center. Maybe a gentle shift of the hips as the knees fall over to the left. Extend that right arm open. Releasing. Knees come back in through center. You bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open. Maybe taking whatever final stretches your body may need. And then finding heaviness you just release into the ground. Trying not to hold on to anything from your practice, anything from your day yesterday. Allowing the body to feel so heavy that there's no thought